Drawn to the unknown, I studied chemistry in college, titrating answers in the lab, becoming an artist to create outside these limits. Like scientists, I seek new ways to explain our place and manifest the most complete understanding of my world in each work I make, offering new ways of knowing. I find art is the freest place for me to explore and communicate my ideas. My recent show, titled Dark Light, was at the Boca Raton Museum of Art and focused on the foundational contributions of women astronomers and astrophysicists to our understanding of our universe. Digesting contemporary cosmologies and astrophysics and seeking liminal, euphoric spaces like eclipses in night skies led me to travel to Nebraska in 2017 to observe the total eclipse of the sun. I followed that 2 years later in 2019 by going to Chile to observe the eclipse there. These experiences and research have resulted in darker works with erotically charged geometries. As part of this project, I created a suite of 7 copperplate etchings housed in a laser-etched acrylic box. Part of this exploration was to work in printmaking, a new medium for me, as well as to explore more contemporary forms of making, such as laser etching. Each print I make is comprised of 3 copperplate etchings printed on one piece of paper, and each print honors a woman astronomer, reflecting their amazing contribution to our understanding of our universe. The top print is Aranea, the Muse of astronomy. It is the print that gathers together this web of information and women and reflects the human history of imagining and mapping the heavens. Maria Mitchell was an astronomer and educator. She discovered a comet later named in her honor, Miss Mitchell's Comet. Henrietta Swan Leavitt worked as a Harvard computer at the Harvard Observatory and determined Leavitt's law. Leavitt's law describes the relationship between period and luminosity of Cepheid variables. Anti-jump cannon was pivotal to the development of our contemporary stellar classification system. Cecilia Payne-Gaposchkin's 1925 doctoral thesis showed stars were composed primarily of hydrogen and helium. Vera Rubin did the pioneering work on galaxy rotation and changed the way we think of our universe by showing galaxies are mostly dark matter. Jocelyn Bell Burnell discovered the first radial pulsar, credited as one of the most significant scientific achievements of the 20th century. I am primarily known for large-scale silver point drawings incorporating sculptural forms and new technologies. My new work creates darkly lit worlds distilling disquieting possibilities brought to mind by recent observations of the Higgs boson, the metastable God particle in physics that might instantaneously blip us out of existence. This, along with eruptive political and environmental events, fill my mind with dread. I yearn to realize a radical vision that takes into account chaotic interactions central to the evolution of the universe, to unearth its vital beauty and fecund nature, and give form to thin spaces that evoke the dark matter that both surrounds and tethers us together, echoes from billions of years ago. As a visual artist, I continually seek new ways to represent my understanding of the world. Each work I make is its own world, sustained by its own logic. Initiated in silver point drawing, these circles, domes, and spheres give form to thin spaces that evoke the strange beauty of being alive. Silver point, more commonly used in the 14th century, by artists such as Da Vinci, Raphael, Michelangelo, is a thin wire of silver I used to draw with on my gessoed surfaces. It is an intricate and intimate, sustaining practice. Each mark I make is like a breath. My worlds are often based on divine geometries and harmonic ratios. My studio is constantly reconfigured and changes due to the projects moving through. My work has involved many materials and forms, like fiberglass and video, ceramic, even glass. In all this work, I am stirred by my place between knowing and unknowing. As Mary Oliver beautifully wrote in her book Upstream, art's concern is the edge and the making of a form out of the formlessness that is beyond the edge. I am constantly seeking new knowledge to come to terms with this edge and give form to what cannot be represented. This led me to my newest series of work, titled Spooky Action, comprised of 6 drawings done in ink, graphite, and acrylic paint on Yupo paper. Albert Einstein said, "The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science." The global culture of science in the 20th century has led me to respond to advances that describe our world and our place in it. Like scientists and mathematicians, I am interested in envisioning the governing theories of our universe. Although I am known to skeptically critique claims of complete knowledge and embrace relativity or mystery. My current work visualizes possibilities in this new century where revisioning the strange and paradoxical is necessary as major scientific theories collapse under their own construction and deeply held beliefs are challenged. Einstein referred to quantum entanglement as spooky action at a distance. Entanglement is a phenomenon by which one quantum particle can effectively know something about another particle instantaneously, faster than the speed of light, even if those two particles are separated by a great distance. Absorbing theories of everything, historic, alchemical, scientific, from wave theory to black holes to dark energy, become my alembic to distill the last image in this series of 6 drawings. This image has no writing or equations. It is purely visual and generous. All these drawings point to my liminal location between knowing and not. My approach is fluid, so I can float in the strangeness of it all.